get spanked. I tackle a bitch, let her wrestle. Young bachelor, we love to play. So come out when I move the drapes. Know my move when I grab your waist. Know you fucking a man that's made. Hey, keep it low key, she ain't after fame. No, she ain't after fame. You ain't like that, oh, I used to be fucking. You don't have nothing to say.
Hi babes, we are back with another video. Y'all already know what it is. Your girl is going in doing me a fresh set of nails. If you haven't seen my acrylic video or how I do my acrylic sets, that video will be linked or attached to this video, and you guys can go and watch that. And of course, I try to do my nails every like 2 weeks. So this is me doing a fresh set. I did take off the acrylic set already off camera. You can either soak them off using, of course, acetone, or you can use maybe a fingernail clipper or a cuticle nipper. I use that sometimes as well to go ahead and just clip those nails off and then put on a fresh set. So the color that I'm using today is Super Fanatic, which is, Sports Fanatic. This color is so beautiful and so vibrant. This blue is popping. I love it. It's perfect. And this is actually the Slick Pour line from the Youngnails. If you haven't heard of them, which I'm sure you have because they are literally everywhere. They're always posting ads and they're just all over the place. Everybody uses their products because they have really, really great quality products. But what I will say about this in particular is how easy it is to use. And that's pretty much why I went with this particular type of dip powder, because they do have the kind, of course, you just dip your nail into. But this one in particular, you do step by step with the pouring. So use the number 1, which is the base. You basically paint all 10 fingers. Of course, after you've prepped, clip your cuticles and all those great things. You want to use the number 1 base coat on all 10 fingers. Or, of course, if you want to do one hand at a time, you can do that as well. I personally do all 10. And then I go ahead and I go in with the number 2, and I do one finger at a time. And after you do that, and I usually do about 3 to 4 coats. Now, if I'm not using a fake tip on my nail, I'll do 3 coats. If I am using a fake tip on my nail, then I will do about 5 coats. So yeah, well, I'll do 3 to 4 if I'm not using one, and then 5 to 6 if I'm using one, because you don't want like any bulkage, or you just don't want it to look weird or have any lumps, bumps, anything like that, which usually I get a very flawless application, because you are literally, after you polish on the number 2, which is basically like the adhesive, when you pour that, you see they pour that powder on there, look at that, you just tap it off, and it literally, like, it's amazing, y'all. It's so cute. They always come out perfect. And then, of course, after you do, well, I'll do like one hand, and then I'll brush, after I've done all 10 fingers, I'll brush the first hand, and of course go in, paint, and do my second, or my next coat, I guess I'll say. Yeah, my next coat of the Slick Pour powder. And then I'll brush the other hand and then do that next coat. So you do have to brush off the excess powder each time that you go in with a new, or you're trying to put on a new coat of the Slick Pour powder. The reason for this is, if you don't, you will have lumps, bumps, and it will just be a very rough application in the end, and you'll have to probably do a lot of filing, a lot more than you want to have to do. And so, yeah, I usually also, guys, make sure you, like, when you prep your nails beforehand, you go ahead and file it the shape that you want them. That way, of course, it cuts out some of your time in the end and the filing process at the end. So, yeah. And then I also, when I tap off the excess powder, I use the little Slick Pour, little silver tool. Sometimes I'll tap that on my finger, and sometimes I'll just use, of course, my regular, like my finger, and just tap it myself. So y'all will see me kind of do either or. It's up to you. Don't know why I do both, but yeah, they both work. Do it however, whatever is comfortable for you. And yeah, after you go ahead and you do as many coats as you want to do on each of your nails, you are then going to go in with the number 3, which is basically the hardener. I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, guys, but that's what I'm going to call it right now for the purpose of my video. It is basically the product you're going to use to harden the nails all the way, so that you don't have to worry about them chipping or breaking or anything like that. You can get a full 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks wear time out of them. And then they also give you number 4, or step 4. That bottle I don't ever use because it is literally just top coat, which is like a clear oil. I'm not sure really what it is, to be honest. It seems like a clear oil to me, the way that it goes onto the nail. When I apply it, I just really didn't like it like that, so I don't use it. I usually go in with my regular Valentino gel clear top coat, and that's what top coat I use. And it is non-wipe, so I can just literally polish, cure my nails, 90 seconds, I'm good to go. And yeah, I also, guys, want to make sure that I mention that after you do your first coat of the slick pour powder, you do want to make sure that after each coat you brush off your brush, because you will have that buildup on your brush if you do not. So yes, make sure you do that as well. That's why y'all see I got my little napkin right there on the side, because I'm like, I'm not playing no games. Yep, wipe it off, and then I go in with another coat, and then y'all gonna see me go on the next nail, polish that one, wipe that one off. And that's pretty much all from here. I'm just gonna paint all 10 nails, go ahead and apply, of course, that last coat of the powder product to each of my nails. And of course, you want to stay tuned to the end so you can see the finished look, because this full set, y'all, turned out so pretty, so beautiful. Again, the blue is perfect, vibrant, bright, just like I love it, and I like it to be. Okay, so stay tuned to the end. I was ready not to be in control. And I feel like this was much chance to go. Son, what are you doing? Lean up, please. Okay. Back to New York. Exactly. Okay, here is the finished product. So sorry guys, I did not record myself painting the clear top coat or anything like that because I had an emergency happen in my apartment. Of course, I will do a story time on that later, but for now, here's the finished product. Love, love, love my nails.
Don't care about no cuffing, you wanna keep busting it. Don't let me know when you came. I love you in so many ways. Don't know why you never complain. With you, I can never be shamed. And I usually never say never. How shit, look at me today. Lay a vibe, I don't need no sage. Clip coat and you color glaze.